So, this is the Reuter organ in the music studio. As you can see, it's quite much larger than some of the other organs. If you look at the actual pipes here, you can see, I don't know if you can see inside of here, but there's tons and tons of pipes. These pipes right down here are about the size of a third of like a pen. I mean, they're tiny. And then you've got these right here, which are actually wooden pipes. If you notice, they're square. And some of the other pipes here, the longest pipes here, are rounded, and if you can see, they go all the way up and they curve and they keep going. The longest pipes on this organ are actually 32 feet. So it's a pretty large organ, and it's got lots of pipes. If you can see the console here, it's got 3 manuals and lots of stops. I couldn't tell you how many. And then it's also got a footboard, a pedal board, and it's got 2.5 octaves. So it's quite big. So this one's very fun to play, and I'll show you a little bit on it. So if you notice right now, when I try to play something, nothing happens, and that's because none of the stops are pulled. What a stop is that essentially it's a group of pipes, and when you pull it, it allows air to go to those pipes. So if you kind of can look at these numbers here, or what's written on the stops themselves, that one says gedeckt 16, which means that its longest pipe in that group of pipes is 16 feet. So by looking at these numbers, you can essentially tell what pipes are going to be what kind of sound, especially also by their names, but also what octave they're going to be in. So for instance, if we pull out this stop and we play a note on here, you probably can't even hear that. And I'll get a little higher. So that's a very low pipe. Now let's try pulling one of the 8-foot principal pipes. So you can see that's a lot higher. Finally, if we go to the key, look at that 2 2/3. That's a very small pipe. That pipe right there is probably like that pin-sized pipe I was telling you about. There's even smaller ones. That one right there is 4/5 of. So it's you've got very small pipes, and then you've got very large pipes. So right here, this on the pedal board, this is a 32-foot pipe, and you probably won't even be able to hear this. But if I play it, I can't even hear that. It's just like a rumble of air. That one's a little bit. It's almost inaudible. That's incredibly low. But so those are like your normal kind of circular pipes, and you've got the trumpets and the regal. If you can imagine, a trumpet is probably going to sound kind of like a trumpet, and well, you know, it kind of does. Another interesting thing that I actually didn't know that I kind of found out, if you look at like these mixture pipes, you probably can't hear it, but there's actually different pipes. Like I'm playing a C, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the pipes themselves are playing a C. I think it might be a 5th or a 4th. I can't determine what it is, but so there's like the harmonics are actually kind of what give an organ its distinct sound, as well as with all the mixtures of pipes. So there's some presets on here. If you can kind of see here, over here, when I push one of these pedals, one of these buttons on my foot, it'll automatically go to a preset. So you can see all the stops, some of the stops pull out. And so comparing that to what just happened, now I play something. So you can see that kind of, or that changes the sound. It starts to sound like what you think of as a pipe organ, you know. You know, it's pretty cool. And yes, I was playing the bass with my feet. Kind of hard to do it while holding the camera. Still working on that, but you know, it's only my third time to play an organ, so give me a break. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. It's a very beautiful organ, and I'm having lots of fun playing it. And that piano over there is also a Steinway, and it's very fun to play as well. So I'll see you later.